I am just an icon living. Start a record label, Misfits just did it. Whoa, I'm high snob, cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we are so hot in the business.
All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast with the Iconic Traders Squad. I'm Cameron Foose. We got Big Mike, Michael Spinoza, rocking our new swag. Show him the back. Show him the back, Mike. What does
Zoom
it
in. It says, fuck off, I'm trading.
Yeah, guys, there'll be a link below to our merch shop if you want to get any sort of swag. We also got Robert Millar bringing the heat from Miami.
Hey guys, I need to get some swag. I'm slacking. Mike, I got a question. Does the logo work? Do people fuck off or what?
Just Capone. It's just for Capone.
I need that then.
Capone is Mike's dog, everybody, for that who doesn't know. Pound the Frenchie. Doesn't work on Marissa, though. She still comes.
No.
Doesn't even read.
But anyways, guys, talking about a couple things today. One, we're just going to talk about different market situations and how to handle them, and should they actually affect your trading, or should you just almost mind your own business and go about knowing what works for you and continuing on. We're also going to talk about some new changes going on. We're creating an incentive program for you guys, more benefits for you, our students, so that you get more value to yourself, and you also get kickbacks, rewards, free swag, etc. In addition, some new things coming up with our trading channel on YouTube. So to kick things off, we want to talk about the incentive program. We wanted to, kind of give you guys rewards and incentives for participating in the community. So if Mike or Robert, one of you guys want to kind of break down what the thoughts are and what we're kind of doing for that incentive program.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of people that were pretty supportive of, the changeover to Iconic and how we're focusing on the community. So we wanted to find ways to not only reward you guys, but possibly bring out new talent, that people that go in above and beyond our expectations. So everybody that's already in the community, we have everything listed, but basically we're looking for people that are not only showing your charts and P&Ls, but people that are sharing news, helping other students grow, whether you're DMing them on the side or helping out in chat. We're going to throw you some free gear. At the end of the last trading day of each month, we're basically going to pick one person from chat, throw you a tee, a hoodie, an iPhone case, and also provide you with what we were talking about and what we'll talk about further, affiliate links to help spread the name brand, and also reward you, with some cashola.
Yeah, so we're also going to be doing an affiliate program, guys. So you guys can actually earn your membership back, earn your cost of entry back for our training program. So you can basically get everything back and actually be a part of our community for free by becoming an affiliate and spreading the word about our community and getting your friends, family, other people who follow you on social media to join up and grow and build the best trading community out there. I don't know if you had something to say, Bob. I kind of interrupted you there.
No. Just, so many of you guys out there are doing like what Mike said, sharing great value, just communicating to new members and just helping people out. And we just want to have a way to kind of reward you to do that. And I think we'll have more details coming soon about, exactly some of the things that we're going to look for every month. Really just for those of you that are doing it, just continue what you're doing, but we'll get more specific details later on and have a little video about that for everybody.
Yeah, guys. So we'll be monitoring what's going on in the chat room and stuff. And it's basically like, think of it like employee of the month,
Right.
It's like
the best way to put it.
Yeah, if you're doing good, you're participating, you're helping people out, you're doing well in trading, you're active in the community. We're just looking for people who are shining, and we want to reward you for that because that helps us, it helps you, it helps the community, and we want to see more leaders in the community helping new people that are looking for guidance. There's a lot of people in our community. Sometimes me, Mike, or Robert don't have 100% of our time to give to everybody. So it's great to see the community all come together and help each other out. But in addition to that, I want to talk about.
Go ahead. Sorry. I just want to follow up on something you said. Yeah, it is amazing, the community.
Sorry, go for it.
I'll go away for 2 hours or whatever, and someone had a question, and I'll just see, like 3-4 people just helping that person out, and I don't have to write anything. The community already answered their questions and all that. So it is great. Everyone's very helpful. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of having a community, is helping each other out as a team, as opposed to having one person that everyone's supposed to, get all the answers from. But also wanted to talk about YouTube, basically free content for people who just want to continually, have free value for those people who are in our community, also for newcomers. So what we're going to be doing is coming up with a content schedule for the Iconic Traders YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/IKNK Traders. Mike's going to be doing 2 times a week live streams. So it's not going to be like a pre-recorded thing. It's going to be straight up live, documented shit going down. Mike spitting the game on day trading, what kind of the common themes are. If you want to kind of touch about what your kind of plan of attack is. Mike.
Yeah. So Monday and Friday, guys, noon, most likely 12:15 to like for half hour, 40 minutes. Discussing some trades, and also going to be just hitting psychology a lot. I think there's not enough psychology out there on trading. Everyone's showing their charts and P&Ls, but no one's getting deep into how the brain works. So I'm going to kind of provide my 2 cents on that, and ideally be an open book for you guys to ask me any questions during that time. So looking to just engage with the audience for people that don't know about us. And just provide a little bit more for the community as well.
Great. Yeah. And trading is all psychology.
It's all psychology. Like, not enough people talk about that. Like, one person on Twitter talks about psychology and thinks he's like the genius, but like psychology is everything in life, right? Not only trading, but business as well.
Yeah. It's your mindset is what controls your fucking future. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that the stock market is run off of human emotion.
Yeah.
And to understand trading, you have to understand human emotion and how to control your own, and understand what people's reactions are to fear, greed, whatever. But it's crazy. So that'll be super cool to get that going. Really interactive, get people, on YouTube live stream, come, the great thing about live stream is that they can come ask questions in real time, as opposed to just putting a comment down and, wondering if they're going to get an answer and whatnot. So we'll be doing that. We're also going to be doing a lot more value videos for you guys, like tutorials, how to. Me, Mike, and Robert will be doing them. So Robert's going to get some screen time on the YouTubes.
At the ring light.
Yes. I love YouTube. It's like my favorite website of all time. You guys probably agree. And I, just want to get involved and really excited for that too.
How excited are you?
Scale of 1 to 10, Bob.
Oh man, a little bit nervous. I think I'll be more excited once I'm done my first video. And the feedback is good, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the age-old thing when you first start doing YouTube. It's like, fuck, is anybody gonna like this? Like,
yeah.
I never thought
Gotta
about
start somewhere.
back.
Now, we should go back and look at Cameron Foos's first YouTube video. What was
my
it? Do you
God.
remember what it was?
No. But I have like I opened my channel in like 2007, 2006 maybe. I don't even
Let's
fucking
take
know.
a look. You guys go ahead for a second.
Oh God.
He's
Word.
over 200 videos, so it'll take me a second.
But anyways, guys, moving on to kind of what we wanted to talk about today, which is kind of just like the theme of, a lot of noise for one. Like we were just talking about before we came on live was this huge December rally, and kind of leading into that, there was so much like
Pessimism,
like, but not even just pessimism, but like overall pessimism, where everybody was pessimistic, where it's like, okay, everybody's pessimistic. Like now that kind of, when you see something like that happen, that's kind of like, should you reverse your thought and be like, the sheep are all going this way?
Yeah.
Should I follow them? Should I just be a fucking normal motherfucker? Or should I try to think differently and be like, okay, this is like too many people. It's like when Bitcoin's at 20,000 and everybody is fucking talking about it, thinking about it, it's going to 50.
Short it, right?
Yeah, when everybody is, talking about it, and it's at 20K and it already ripped whatever 10,000%, that's when it's like, all right, this is like, there's too many people trying to think the exact same way. There's no edge. There's absolutely no edge there. And then what happened? Bitcoin hit the fan. And that's kind of the same kind of concept of which what happened leading into December. Market was kind of falling down, coming off all-time highs. It's like everybody's thinking, okay, this is it. We're going down. And then what happened? The exact opposite. So that's one theme that you have to look out for, is just when everybody is saying the same exact thing. It's a red flag.
Yeah.
So what did that look like for you, Mike, leading into December and kind of?
So I remember that because it was the biggest single day drop, I think, on low volume. It was like the day before Christmas Eve. Besides the fact, like everyone's all fucking holiday spirit, and then like down, it was like down 1,000 and up 1,200 or something crazy. And like I remember everyone was so negative that like you would have thought from watching the news, like I can guarantee you there's a recession because of how confident people are talking negatively. And then like what happened, like I said before we started this podcast, this was the best start to the market this year ever. Going from fucking complete negative, like your 401k is screwed, you're all screwed, to like the best move ever we've seen. And so that's just pure mass psychology, right? What else could it be?
Yeah, Mike, I don't know about you, Foos. I follow the media pretty closely. I've seen a lot of things. That time period, I've never seen so much negative articles all at the same time. It was almost like coordinated. It was, and you'll see NBC, they mess around, they'll say shit just to, I don't know, just to get viewership. But it was like every article, everything was like, recession's coming. It's like, what? How do you know? I mean, obviously it's coming eventually, but how do you know now?
Can't time that. No one can.
Yeah. I mean, the art of news is not necessarily to push out the truth. It's to push out what's trending and what can get views. Because if they're not getting views, if they're not getting hits, they don't have the number one news source. So it's their job is not to give you necessarily the correct information. I mean, obviously that's part of it, but their main job, their main number one goal is to what can we push out that's going to get people to give us attention as opposed to another news source. So you have to think about, because that's also back to human psychology. What kind of headline can you get? What kind of like shit can they put out that's just going to create a click or almost like a sense of, I've been researching a lot about storytelling and the biological effect when you're hearing a story. And there's two chemical releases. One is oxytocin and the other is cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. like when you're reading a bad news story, that's cortisol coming in. So when they can, that's like a really good headline for them. If they can cause stress and anxiety in a headline, that's a release of cortisol and stress and anxiety in somebody's biology, and which also affects their mental thought process, because that creates a stress in their brain. So headlines is all about creating cortisol in our body so that they can be like, people are like, oh fuck, like I gotta click that. Like
probably like watching a scary movie, right? Like it must be almost the same fucking thing.
Exactly. So that's basically the number one goal of any news source, is to try to create some sort of anxiety or stress enough for people who want to click this headline. It's not necessarily about getting out the truth. We're just here to give you the news. We're here to give you the craziest headline that we can come up with so that you click and watch our news instead of somebody else's. So that's kind of what happens in certain situations like this. All the news sources are trying to come up with the best fucking crazy headline to make it look bigger than it really is, so that people come click their news source over somebody else's. And that also is a big part of the stock market as well. You watch CNBC, it's like recession 2019 coming today. It's like it's all there to try to get people's attention. It all comes down to marketing, understanding human psychology, understanding the stress response of people to come to your shit. So it's just something you got to think about when you see all these headlines, and take it with a grain of salt, because you also have to understand what the goal is of these news companies is not to give you the exact truth. It's to get you to come to their website instead of somebody else's. So, but sometimes it's true. 2008, the headlines, it also happened.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's all about your time horizon, right? That's why I like to throw in what we do, like to just look at the market from a chart standpoint and be able to forget all that noise is like, that's in my opinion, the solution to it all. You know? Most people, the number one DM I get is like, either what do I think the market's going to do, or when's the recession? And I want to be like, the fuck are you thinking, bro? What are you watching?
Yeah, and the answer to the question is I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you can't time anything. You can get an idea, like just looking at history. We are coming up on a period where it's one of the longest periods we've had since the recession, I believe. So according to history, it's bound to happen or repeat itself, because it's always repeated itself at some point, and we're getting to a point where, according to history, that's all technical analysis is as well, is looking at past price action to predict future price action based on what has typically happened in the past. So there probably is some sort of recession coming on the horizon. When that's going to be, no fucking idea. How do you prepare for that? You should just be understanding of it. You should be knowledgeable that it might happen. But is that necessarily going to affect your trading? Now, it did affect my trading big time in 2008. One, because I was kind of a one-trick pony. And we wanted to talk about really kind of what this podcast wanted to be about, is like, should that affect you? Should a recession affect you? Should the news affect you? And in order for it not to affect you, you need to be a well-rounded trader. Yeah. Now, in 2008, I was not necessarily a well-rounded trader. I was trading the FUS4 system, but it was only swing trading long. Okay, so now we do day trading. We don't really even do swing trading that much anymore, but our prominent strategy is now based off of shorting stocks, of which in 2008, I had no fucking clue how to short a stock. All I did was swing trade, holding overnight long, and it worked great up until 2008. That's when the market crashed, and all of a sudden I was like, holy shit, I don't know how to handle this. So that was kind of an eye-opening situation and a realization of when I needed to kind of change my strategy and become more well-rounded. And that's, what we offer in our program now is a complete 360-degree strategy to handle any sort of situation in the market, so that, like, typically I don't watch CNN. I don't look at Yahoo Finance. I don't fucking even look at Twitter. I don't look at message boards. I don't look at anything. I look at what is hitting our scanners based on the criteria that we look for. Whatever the fuck else is happening doesn't matter, because no matter what the market is doing, every single day there's an opportunity to make money. So I know, Mike, talk about the stock that you were just talking about, MBOI,
everyone's always like, we focus on small caps. So these are usually cheaper stocks or just small market cap companies. But everyone's always like, what do you do when the market's down or going to crash? Like, there's zero correlation with small caps and the overall stock market. So what SPY or Dow's doing on one day doesn't mean shit for these small caps. So like even today, the market was, relatively flat, and there's this stock MBIO that's up from $2 to 15 in like 15 minutes. So like these small caps live on Pluto. So you can, some days, like, I don't even look at what the market's doing. And to me, that's a beautiful thing, because I'm not trying to be super sophisticated and, like have all these indicators and what's this doing and that doing. This is just about what's this one stock doing, and do I understand how to trade it based off of, my strategies.
Yeah. And also you got to understand that if you look at the Dow Jones 30, that's just 30 stocks, an index of them. It doesn't mean that's what everything is doing.
Yeah.
That's just, you're just looking at the average of 30 big stocks. What are they doing? So that's what I always used as an indicator of the market, because it does have an indication of the overall market, looking at the biggest companies. What are they doing? But on a day-to-day basis, there's at least one big opportunity in the small cap world of something either crashing on a short side or some stock blowing up either on news or because it's getting pumped by a chat room, of which you can short because it's bullshit. So it's just,
they're not talking about these stocks on CNBC or Bloomberg,
No, they're not even in the news. It's just a low float stock that's getting manipulated. And so that's one thing that's actually happened so much more. There was definitely manipulation when I first started trading.
No, it's definitely getting worse though.
Yeah.
People have big pockets now, and
it was different then.
Buying floats, dude.
Way different.
They're buying whole floats and selling them before 4 p.m. so they don't have to file to the SEC that they have 10% or more.
That's crazy. That's mind blowing.
So $3 stock, 3 million shares. You need $9 million to buy the whole float.
Yeah.
You just buy it and then sell it.
And sell before 4. That's what's happening lately, for sure.
And what's that again about the SEC? Explain that. What do they have to do?
If you buy more than 10% of a company or stock, you have to, report it.
Okay.
But if you have
you can day trade it.
If there's a 1 million share float and someone bought even 100,000 shares,
10%. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what's happening lately. But it's just creating more opportunity. I look at it as like, people are complaining about it. Does it suck, to get your ass squeezed on a short? Yeah. But there's just as much money to be made long in these things too. So.
Yeah. It's about adapting. The market's always changing. The thing is the edge of a strategy, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes you have to adapt. Yeah. So you always have to be adapting to what's currently going on, especially with technology. Technology continues to change. Scanners continue to change. The market, I started trading in 2005. The market today is nothing like it was back then. The foundation, the foundation is still there, but it's a totally different game. The retail market back in 2005 was not nearly as big as it was now. There was no fucking Twitter social media fucking advertisements on Forex on your Instagram, even though I run advertisements on Instagram too now.
But it's like
But-
everywhere, right?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like when I started, it was just I was a member of a website, Three Stocks on Fire, and it was a forum. That's all there was. It was a thread and a forum. You had to
it
get-
wasn't an actual chat room.
I think eventually they maybe got a chat room. But no, I think when I started my own website in 2006, and I started out as just a forum. So
Okay.
that's all it was. It was forums and blogging. Like
That's the old
when I
school shit.
when I built my reputation from 2006 to 2008, it wasn't on social media. It was just blogging. That's what people did. It was
Now it's vlogging, right?
yeah. Now it's vlogging.
Vlog with a V. Another edge that changed, right, Foos?
Yeah. So that is, yeah, things change. And that's also why we're doing podcasts right now,
Yeah.
because things change. People's attention go from one thing to another. What's the next thing that's going on? Where's the attention? That's where you go in marketing. So yeah, it's just times are changing, and a lot of people have difficulty with change, I think, because they're like, oh, I just learned how to fucking do this, and now it's not working, and I have to do this. And that's just life. Life is work. Life
Life
is
is adapting, really, because you can guarantee
and-
change.
I get a lot of new, if you guys don't know, I basically help a lot of people get started and just help get them familiar with what we do, who we are, and how the process will be for them to go through our program with zero knowledge, just like I did with Cameron 5 years ago. And some people, before they know anything about trading, already have a set notion, like, I just want to be a swing trader, or I just want to do this. You got to keep an open mind. You got to be flexible. You got to adjust to the market and adjust with the times. And, and even, we're kind of talking about, larger kind of trend shifts, but even within month to month or sometimes week to week, there can be little adjustments and little differences in
100%.
how the market behaves. So you just got to, or day by day, really, so you got to definitely be flexible and have a whole package of strategies that work under any given circumstance with the market.
Yeah. Also, laws change as well, or rules change. It's kind of like there was so much penny stock promotion. Like when I first started trading, that's like where a company would like give usually either shares or cash to somebody who has a large email list. Be like, hey, we'll give you $50,000 or $100,000 and 50,000 shares if you send out a mailer and email blast to your list saying that our company is the next big swinging dick. And then we're going to sell all those shares once you send out this email. So that would basically what would happen is that company would get paid and compensated in either shares or cash or both. They would send out a mailer to all these people, the sheep, and be like, hey, this is the next big penny stock play. Sometimes it would do nothing. Sometimes it would go up 10,000%. And while everybody's buying into that stock, the people who were holding the shares were selling it because that was the only time they would be able to sell it because there was no liquidity before and they needed people to sell to. So it's basically just one big manipulation. And that's kind of where the whole pump and dump thing was originated, was through these penny stock promotions. And then people started learning that, oh, why don't we just fucking short these stocks? Because we know it's a penny stock promotion. We know this is 100% bullshit. And that's where you can make money on the downside, is because you know it's manipulated. But all those people that were making millions off of these penny stock promotions, a lot of them ended up in jail because the SEC started cracking down on what was actually happening. And they got their money taken back from them, ended up in prison. And so things changed. You can't really do that anymore. There's probably
the OTC market has been like dead all year.
God, I miss those days. They were so cool.
I wish I started then. It's like, sounds like too good. This is bullshit. That never happened. True, you know.
like
I was with this other group at the time that like would spend hours and hours and hours. Like you could connect the dots. Like okay, this promotion, you can see when it's just starting, like there's some stock that has no movement. All of a sudden you start seeing little blips here and there, and that's them getting in. And there's these people that would, spend hours connecting the dots between the different lawyers that are involved and shit. And they would try to make an educated guess on who it was. It was crazy, crazy time.
Yeah. No, because like 2005 to 2008, that's mostly all I traded was OTC. For the guys that don't know what that is, that's over-the-counter market. It's not really a word that's really thrown around anymore because there's no action there. But like when I first started, that's where a lot of the action was. And that's where a lot of penny stocks would move. Like when I first started trading, all I wanted to trade was penny stocks, but it was like stocks at like 0.005 cents because you live in this fantasy world. You're like, whoa, it's only 0.005 cents. I could buy like 1 million shares. If it goes to this price, oh my God.
2 cents, which is like 5,000%.
Yeah, but they're all down there because they're absolute shit, and they weren't regulated by the SEC, so they didn't have to do filings and all this other shit. It was just like the Wild West.
Oh yeah,
but
that's a good way to say it.
There was money to be made, and that's where the action was. The breakout patterns were like to the T perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There's still there was a couple that like the OTCs, I'd rather be longing them because the fills give me anxiety. If you're short, you're just like, I'm not getting out,
Dude, that's insane.
Long breakouts. These things will go from like 20 cents to like $4 and like never break the 13 EMA,
Yeah. Yeah. I used to love trading them. There it is easy. It would be like 20 to 50% swing trades, like clockwork. Like, oh, that was easy. Just here's a breakout pattern. I'm going to buy it. And there we go.
I'll sell it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like
Alex, swing trading. People are like, what's a good swing trade? And I always want to be like, ha, like,
I don't need that stress.
Good luck there.
No idea.
Hasn't been working.
Yeah, it's just harder to. They don't move like they used to, and a lot of times, like a breakout on a swing trade, it'll break out of a pattern, and then it's gonna fucking whip you before it'll make any sort of continuation. Yeah. So it used to just be like, oh yeah, identify a breakout, and then it just continues for multiple days or a week.
Yep.
These things are meant to shake you out.
That was kind of when I started transitioning more into shorting, was when all my breakout plays were turning into false breakouts and then turning into amazing shorts. And I was like, why the fuck am I not shorting these? It was weird to have to, it was weird to have to and try to be able to change my psychology of, okay, this breakout is now a short. It's like,
this hasn't been working lately, so I'm gonna fucking
flip. So like for a decade, my breakout was always, I'm buying this shit, and then all of a sudden being like, this isn't working. I need to short these breakouts. But I mean, obviously, you don't just short a breakout. You short a breakout that's failed. So there's a difference between the two. I call it FU breakdown, which is like a fuck you. I short for fuck you breakdown.
It's
so
just like the hoodie.
It's just, again, that just comes back to psychology. Yeah. We got.
I remember when you were going through that realization. Obviously, it wasn't instant. I mean, you're not going to just abandon what you were doing for so long quickly and then realize, you're going to have to get a couple kicks in the balls before you realize you got to do something. And I just remember I was probably a little bit after you joined us. I think Mike was.
I know, because I was longing and then they stopped working for a little bit.
So many false breakouts. Yep.
But the thing is, like, what I will say is, because there are breakouts that still work, right? But like Fu said, there are times when you need to know you have to flip your psychology. And the only way for you to know if those patterns are working or not is to, and this is what I think is good about our program, is the mentor class. I'm literally going over all the stocks that worked and the theme in the market. And sometimes that theme will change in a week from breakouts work to breakouts don't work. And if people aren't around to experience that, then you'd have zero fucking clue. And that's called recency bias, where whatever's happening recently, you think that that's just going to become the new norm. And lately that can change overnight. So that's why it's definitely important to always be watching the market, at least from a day trading standpoint, because the market's like bipolar lately. breakouts work and then shorts work, you know?
Yeah. That also just comes back to being a well-rounded trader and not being a one-trick pony. You have to be able to adapt to all situations. You have to be able to understand all the different kind of patterns that can be used to make money. Because sometimes, like you said, it's a theme. What is currently working now, today, this week, the last few months? You have to be able to adapt to whatever's actually working in the market today. So, the market's bananas. But the sooner you can accept that it's bananas,
You have to just live in it, live in the fire.
Yeah,
Like that name of
you just have to pay attention more. Like Bruce, when you were saying, I mean, you didn't really follow the market as closely as you do now, or like as Mike does, and you didn't need to, really. I mean, now you got to.
I agree. You didn't need to. When I started, you didn't need to.
Yeah, just wake up. Oh, market up. Okay.
Like the
Market
past
down.
week, it's been all sub $1 stocks that are big. So like, there's been literally like 5 stocks that from 20 to 30 cents have been repping to like 80 cents. And that's happened for like a week straight. So that's a theme, Then people start looking for these cheaper stocks. What's the next breakout? Going back to mass psychology. What is everyone thinking? So it's not as, it's very like, you could keep it simple, but people choose to overcomplicate this shit,
Right.
yeah, you just got to identify trends, understand psychology, and understand your strategy and stick to it.
Yeah.
And stay
The
disciplined.
more other people, the more news you throw in there, the worse you trade.
No, it's like our last podcast on Keep It Simple Stupid, which was this basically about, I'll link that below if you haven't watched it. Just about simplifying things. Like the more you can simplify anything, the easier it's going to be. The less distractions, the less, like a good example was like the less mental calories we have to burn to understand something, the easier we can get it done. If you're trying to fucking just like burn so many calories, mental calories to do something, the harder it is to do. So you want to simplify your process as much as possible. And we have a whole podcast where we talk about how we do that with our trading strategy. I believe that was the last podcast we did.
Yes, it was.
I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
No,
That was a good one.
Solid one. But anyways.
I got your first YouTube video.
Oh shit. That's what is it?
June 2009. Your first promo video with the Black Service.
Oh my god. The technicaltrader.net Black
Yes.
Service.
Almost 10 years ago, Foos.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Time's scary.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Actually, I know.
Man, we got to link this too.
Yeah.
We're going to link this one too.
Make it go viral. Pull it up on a screen share. I want to see it.
All right. Un momento.
Dude, time. I fucking hate time. It's like,
Right, dude?
just chill.
I'm like fascinated by time and like all this, like, is it linear and shit? Like, can you go to a black hole and fucking time, goes back or some shit?
Dude,
All
me
right.
Black
Here we go.
Service, 4,800 views. Turn the volume up slightly.
This is like before YouTube was like even like YouTube now, right? Like,
Yeah. Turn the volume up a little bit, Bob.
Sure.
But
suspenseful.
where you live this stream. You ain't no trader.
Oh my God.
Black means are you in profits?
Yeah, in the black. I like that.
Black Service.
This is amazing.
Oh, wow, look at all those charts.
I was gonna say, was that the original TC2000, bro?
No, this is Thinkorswim.
No way. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh, yeah. Look at shorting in 2009, baby.
You know, it's early too because it's no like SMS. Did you do text messages back then?
No, it's just
I
email.
was gonna say
Email.
before that shit, right?
Yeah.
That's gangster, man. It's fucking.
Plan the trade. Trade the plan. 2006. Oh, my Lord.
Man, that's a hot newsletter.
Look at that thing.
Let's fucking make newsletters great again.
Well, these graphics are amazing.
Dude, look at this. It's like going to the beat.
I want to find the next big runner now.
Yeah. Dude, this is like, we should do a remake of this. 2019. 2009 to 2019 remake. June 24th. We got a month to do it. April, May. Have 2 months. That's brilliant. Oh, man. We got testimonials and everything. Free live chat. Forums.
My God.
Do people still use forums anymore?
It's creeps.
See you in the pit.
Yeah, the trading pit. Oh, that's pretty cool. That was my first YouTube video. That was the first one?
Yeah.
Wow. I remember I was looking at some other ones, like at some point, maybe in the last year. And it was like of me talking and just my voice. I sound so nervous and like unsure of myself. Like, and over here, you can see here the support. Oh God, the resistance.
My God. That was a crazy time because that's when you pretty much got started with the service. Or no, you got started before 2007, right?
Yeah, I think I had already launched and not doing it for free. In 2008, I launched it right before the stock market crash.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was on cloud 9 and then got brought right back down to earth.
So this is kind of like the comeback after the recession.
Yeah, I think that December of 2009, I think I did like a $54,000 month trading. So I was like,
My God.
I'm the man. I need to make a YouTube video about it.
Wow. The crazy part is just looking at the forum and chat room you had, just how far we've come in technology. And I mean, our new chat room is like from another dimension compared to that. It's nuts.
Yeah. No, it's just forums. Like, who uses a forum? It's so inefficient.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. And
Just
certainly
Uber
not-
Yeah. Word. All right.
Cool.
Well, I think we're that's my cleaning lady back there.
Norbs?
She's
Brushing the
posing that.
leaves?
I think you should show Norbs that video from 9 years ago, see how it's done.
Yeah. I should be like, bro, look at this. You were like fucking 2 years old here, bro. But PS, guys, I moved to Bali. For those of you listening, at least for now, for the next 6 months, maybe 12. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. The great thing, I got staff here all the time cleaning. They basically like follow me around and I clean up my footsteps. It's like it's great, dude. It's so great. I wake up, I leave my bedroom for like 10 minutes, and then like 10 minutes later I can go back and everything's like made nice, and they even have like flower petals on my bed and shit. It's like,
Oh my God. Like in Medellin, I had a senora one time and it was amazing. It was awesome. There's so much more time to focus on productivity.
Dude, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's all done for you.
Yep.
Great.
That's awesome. Well, good stuff, boys.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening. If you guys want to know more about trading, okay, one of the biggest questions we always get is a few things. One, how the hell do I get started? And two, what are the top tools, top brokers, top scanners that you guys use to make money trading? And we'll give you guys both the answer to those questions. We have a free webinar. It's about an hour and a half long free training for you to come watch, listen, learn exactly how to get started. You'll hear a little bit more about Mike's story, transitioning from a student to now a mentor here with us at Iconic Traders, in addition to how to get started trading. And we'll also give you our top 5 trading tools that we use on a day-to-day basis, from the broker, scanning tools, charting, everything we use to make money in the stock market. Link will be below for a free masterclass. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear more and continue to support us in this podcast. Anyways, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Robert. It's getting
Always
late for you
pleasure.
guys.
Thank you, Foos.
It's 8:39 in the morning here, 8:39 evening in New York, in Miami.
Dinner time.
Bedtime
Okay.
for us. The day
Dinner
is young
time.
for food.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Catch you guys in the next episode. Yo, guys, before you leave, we are starting a brand new channel for the Iconic Traders team. We're going to have exclusive day trading only content there. We're going to be doing a lot of how-tos, a lot of YouTube live streams, a lot of this quality content solely based around day trading. So if you're on my channel strictly for day trading, that is the place to be. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/IKNK Traders. There's going to be a link below, or there's going to be a little link right up here to go to that channel and check it out right now.